Hello and welcome to BBC Broadcasting House in London, where we're live on the set of The One Show to bring you the draw for the fifth round of the Emirates FA Cup. There are 8 ties to be drawn as the competition reaches the last 16 stage. And to make the draw, we are joined by 2 former England internationals. Long before he became a television presenter, Jermaine Genius was a fresh-faced teen in the midfield of both Nottingham Forest and Newcastle. He'd claim he's still fresh-faced. He'd also go on to play for Tottenham for several years, including helping them to lift the League Cup at Wembley. My pleasure, Jermaine. Aside from winning 140 caps for the Lionesses and representing Team GB at the London Olympics, Alex Scott was a vital part of the Arsenal defence over 3 separate spells, and her 19 major trophies with the club included 7 FA Cups. And you experienced part of the great FA Cup weekend, didn't you? You were at Accrington, Leeds with the opponents. That's a proper FA Cup tie.
It really was. And they was actually telling me their last real cup run, if it wasn't for that, they don't even know if they'd be here today. So you know how much it means to it. But to be honest, Trappers, I still can't get over Reece Witherspoon saying about Arsenal. So I just still need to take it in. We might be at the FA Cup, but look, that's a trophy in itself right there.
Go back to the start of your career, and the FA Cup was actually when you made your debut for Forest.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big opportunity for me, and I think you see that now as the kind of competition goes on, a big opportunity for all youngsters to start their career off. I'm old enough to remember when it was just the only game that was on telly, so it's always a massively special occasion. So, yeah, it's just great to see it this weekend, still kind of
and you will still see people beginning their careers and in fact, building their careers through appearances in the FA.
I think we've seen a lot of players, especially kind of in the lower divisions, kind of like catapult themselves onto the stage with a great performance and be able to be seen by the bigger clubs, and as you said, gone on to have amazing careers, all created by the FA Cup.
So you were at Accrington on Saturday. There's some great ties over the weekend. Sheffield United last night was brilliant. Brighton knocking the holders Liverpool out yesterday as well.
And even going into that, so there's still shocks, and I bet there's a lot of people at home waiting to see what me and Jermaine draw out or what tie they're going to have for their clubs. Don't blame us.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of people at home and there are a lot of people around the country. We've got several families supporting some of the teams involved watching along with us tonight. 3 generations of Derby County supporters are there. They're at Pride Park, where they're about to play this evening against West Ham in the Cup. We've got some Stoke fans as well. They are, thank you very much for the interested parties from Wrexham, as well as others as well. So, all the numbers are going to be on the left-hand side of your screen, so you'll be able to follow along with us. Alex will draw the home sides and Jermaine the away teams. Jermaine, the bag is in front of you with the 16 balls in, if you'd just like to empty them into the bowl. And as we always say, carefully check that every single one is out.
Any sneaky ones?
No.
We're good.
Yeah. Sure?
Yeah.
OK, right. Give them a great big swirl, Alex, and we will start the draw for the 5th round of the Emirates FA Cup.
OK, here goes. First up, number 2.
Number 2, Southampton, who are aiming to reach back-to-back FA Cup quarter-finals.
Number 6.
And going to St Mary's, number 6, Luton or Grimsby. So we've seen the Grimsby fans there. Also, Nathan Jones could be taking on his former side, Luton.
How cute. Number 10.
Number 10, Leicester City. They've knocked out 2 League 2 clubs so far in this cup campaign and going to the King Power.
Number 9.
Number 9, Blackburn or Birmingham. So that's 2 Championship sides who need a replay. Leicester against Blackburn or Birmingham.
Number 8.
Number 8, Stoke City into the 5th round in consecutive seasons. There they are, waiting nervously. Come on, Jermaine. Going to Stoke will be...
Number 14.
Number 14, Brighton, who knocked out the holders Liverpool. So Premier League opposition for Stoke.
Number 3.
Number 3, that is Wrexham or Sheffield United. So if Wrexham win the replay, they get another home tie, and it will be against...
Number 1.
Number 1, Tottenham Hotspur, Wrexham or Sheffield United at home to Tottenham. They're excited. They've got a replay first.
Number 15.
Number 15, Fulham or Sunderland. Again, two sides that need a replay, so that's Premier League or Championship.
Number 16.
And they will take on Leeds United. Fulham or Sunderland against Leeds. If Sunderland win that replay, that will be a repeat of the 73 Cup final.
Number 13.
Number 13, that is Bristol City into the fifth round for the third time in 5 seasons.
Number 12.
And they're going to Ashton Gate are Manchester City. Bristol City against Manchester City.
Sorry.
Number 5.
Number 5, Manchester United, unbeaten in 15 FA Cup home games after they beat Reading on Saturday night.
Number 7.
7.
And they will take on Derby or West Ham. So Manchester United will take on Derby or West Ham.
Happy with that one? Number 4.
Number 4, Ipswich or Burnley. They drew at the weekend, so two sides that need a replay.
Number 11.
And Ipswich or Burnley will take on Sheffield Wednesday or Fleetwood. There are Fleetwood fans. mixed reaction, I would say, from the Fleetwood fans there. Right, that concludes the draw for the fifth round. Thank you to Alex and Jermaine. Those ties will be played during the week commencing the 27th of February.
Well, let's remind you of the draw then. Southampton, who are, of course, bottom of the Premier League, but they are the 1976 winners of the FA Cup. They will face either Luton or Grimsby. Which one of those will get through to the fifth round? Grimsby, of course, the only fourth-tier team in the hat for the fifth round. It's Leicester, who won the Cup as recently as 2021. They beat Walsall, of course, at the weekend. They will face either Blackburn or Birmingham. Birmingham aiming to make the fifth round for only the second time in the last decade. It's Stoke City, who are runners-up back in 2011. They, of course, beat Stevenage at the weekend. They will take on Brighton, who, of course, dumped out the holders Liverpool with that Matoma strike very, very late on. And what a game between Wrexham and Sheffield United, of course, yesterday. A 3-3 draw. John Egan with that late leveller means that they have to go, of course, to Bramwell Lane. The reward for which one will go through will be Tottenham. 8 times winners, but of course last back in 1991. It's Fulham or Sunderland. Sunderland's aiming for a first appearance in round 5 for 8 years. They will take on Leeds, who got the better of Accrington Stanley at the weekend. It's Bristol City, Nigel Pearson's side, incidentally unbeaten in 2023. They will take on Manchester City. What a great tie that will be. Pep Guardiola has only once led City to FA Cup glory. That was in 2019. Manchester United, 12-time winners, of course, with Erik ten Hag now, of course, the helm. He took Ajax to the Dutch Cup final last season. They were beaten by PSV. Will he have a little more luck in the English equivalent this time around? They will face either Derby or West Ham, who play tonight. And it's Ipswich or Burnley, the 78 winners, or the side that topped the Championship, that will face either Sheffield Wednesday or Fleetwood. Those two, of course, in the third tier and set for a replay. And that was the draw for the fifth round of the FA Cup. Ties to be